Welcome back to Mask Reviews. I'm Neo.
This is Morpheus.
And if you know, you know. And today we have the privilege of reviewing
Welcome back, Neo. Now tell me a bit about this car.
2005 Mazda MX-5, known as the Miatas, but my personal favorite, the MX-5. This is the third generation, the NC, coming out in technically 2006, but this is a 2005 model because, you know, the first generation in New Zealand, they release them a bit earlier, don't they? Something like that.
Because the time zone.
And wow, such a dramatic change from the second generation. The third gen really changed it up. A lot of the people in the car community were saying it actually came off a bit negative to begin with, because they weren't happy with it. It was heavier, and it was a bit bulkier, and people weren't a massive fan of that compared to the first and second gen. It really went against its roots, you could say. But I'm a massive fan of these. These are beautiful. The exterior, I love the paint. They've got the wide body, as you can see. Beautiful wheels, they match really well. It's a bit more rounded, but to be honest, the size, the shape, I'm actually a really big fan of it. As you were talking about, Morpheus, these rear lights, very 2000s. They've got that chromeness, they've got that, you know, quite an aftermarket feel for a stock vehicle. The twin exhaust, really a big fan of. A little wing, and as you can see, it's the soft top. So I've never really been a massive fan of the soft tops. Personally, I prefer a hard top MX-5, but it's very common in this generation. But my favorite piece of the car really is that long, elongated hood. That nice indent, almost looking like a little treat under the hood. Another awesome thing about this one, it has a Mazda speed package. So with the Mazda speed package, you're getting these beautiful 17-inch alloy wheels, look really great. These beautiful bucket seats. As we move on to the interior, you'll see. And it also came with a Bose speaker setup inside for that beautiful noise, as well as, were you saying an LSD?
Yes, they've got a limited slip diff from factory.
Limited slip LSD.
Some don't, but the 6-speed 2-litre.
It's paired with the 6-speed, yes. So the Mazda Speed comes with the 6-speed transmission, manual transmission. So Morpheus, you were saying this came in 2 alterations for the front bumper.
So in 2010, they updated it with a facelift, and the bumper came a lot more aggressive. Kind of like the rest of Mazda's lineup. Like the Mazda 3, they had that big smiley face in the front.
Right, so still the third generation.
Still the third generation.
But they changed it to a facelift.
And the headlights are a bit more sharp.
Yeah, nice.
I think the rear end's the same.
Yeah.
Neo, what is your overall rating on this Mazda Speed MX-5?
Ooh, for the exterior, I'm going to give it a 7.8 because I really do like it. And I think
that's
the color
high.
is really adding a few more points for me because I'm a massive fan of this gunmetal grey. So I'm going to go 7.8. Morpheus, what are you thinking?
I just think, honestly, if it had the hard top and a couple extra lit kits on the front, I'd give it a closer rating to Neo's score.
7.8.
But I'm going to go with 7. But I'm going to go with a solid 7 here.
Yeah.
I absolutely love the styling. I think it's better looking than the MB actually.
Yeah.
But I think the facelift version of this is a bit more aggressive. So 7 is my rating.
Yep, 7. Very nice. Let's move our way into the interior and see what we're working with. So Morpheus, show me how you're getting in there because they are on the smaller side, aren't they? And they are a tight fit.
Yeah, I'm about 6 foot tall. And those bucket seats really hold you in tight.
Yeah.
So if you can see here now, you've really got to do a bit of what do you call aerobics? Aerobatics. But once you're in, you're just so,
aerobics.
You're hugged by the seats. Everything is surrounding around you. It feels like a true race car. Like this feels like I'd take this on the track comfortably, and I'm sitting nice and low and aggressive. I must say the pedal box is definitely quite tight, but once you get the hang of where the clutch is and everything, it's actually quite, you can definitely heel and toe pretty easily. And yeah, I'll just say this cabin overall, it's what the MX-5 is about, you know? Small, compact, sporty, and yeah, it hugs you like a big teddy bear.
So what's your interior rating then, Morpheus?
My overall rating,
what's your thoughts on it?
I'm going to say, especially with the Bose surround sound system as well, I love the leather steering wheel, it looks sporty and cool. I'm going to say my overall interior rating is going to be higher than the body at an 8.2.
An 8.2, very nice.
It's a fun, sporty style.
Yeah, well said. As long as you're not too of a large individual, you're pretty sweet. We're about 6 feet and we fit in quite fine, but quite snug. What I'm seeing up front, I'm loving the cluster, really clean, simple cluster. paired with a 6-speed manual, just here, nice and easy. Handbrake, it's got this really nice plastic strip down here with a nice gloss black, really sets it apart. And to be honest, I'm a massive fan of these stock carpets. I really love the checkered look. So yeah, I'm just gonna rate it a 6.5. It doesn't stand out to me as super unique, but it is a cool interior.
What about the driving position?
The driving position? You're super low. You are getting into this vehicle.
Yeah.
It was a little challenging, especially for a daily driver, in and out, but I'm sure you can find a nice technique to it. All right, Morpheus, tell me what's under the hood here.
So,
What's-
here we have
what's the heart?
Dual overhead cam 2-litre 4-cylinder with 170 horsepower and 200 newton meters of torque. And I can tell you now, it's punchy in a car this size.
And I think the automatics are a little less, aren't they?
Correct. The automatics hold back a little bit of that power. The manuals definitely feel more responsive. And these engines are well known for reliability. They are extremely reliable.
The whole car, really, isn't
The whole
it?
car. I mean, there's a couple little things like the thermostat, but that's $200-300. That happens with most cars. Like, if you want a dependable, fun sports car,
Yeah, you've got it right here. Beauty, and as you were saying, Morpheus, yeah, really beautiful engines, really beautiful cars. This is an optional package, so this is the Mazda Speed package. The Mazda Speed either came with the 6-speed manual or 6-speed flappy panel automatic, where the standard package was a 5-speed manual or automatic transmission. Always highly recommend getting the top spec because that's when they put the most effort in. The 6-speed manual paired with the rear-wheel drive, paired with the LSD, a beautiful package. To have really helped the rigidity, they've added that front strut, and there's also one in the rear. All right, Morpheus, what does a stock 2-litre 4-cylinder MX-5 sound like?
check out my rear end and I'll show you.
Not bad, to be honest, for a stock exhaust.
Not bad, and it's got dual twin exhaust on it.
Yeah.
That 2-litre, and you can hear the grunt in here anyway.
Okay, Morpheus, how are we feeling in here, eh? What's your first impressions?
The Mazda Speed MX-5. I absolutely love the driving position. You're just sitting right down low.
You're really low, eh?
Yeah, and the gearbox feels great. It's extremely responsive. It's got a really nice feedback when you put it into gear, and that throttle response is just, because of that lightweight, it's just instant. You feel the power straight away, and the torque just pulls you along nicely.
These MX-5s are renowned for their 50-50 weight distribution from front and rear.
Yeah.
And you can really tell the difference.
You can feel it in the corners. It feels very planted and very responsive.
Yeah, I think at the time, I think it got more hate than it deserved.
Yeah,
Now it's
a lot more hate than it deserved.
a while ago. No,
Yeah.
this is nearly 20 years ago that this was released. And you're driving it today. This is a purebred sports car. This is really an affordable sports
Everything
car.
to the driving position, the way it feels, the steering response, it all comes together really nicely. You forget about the weight.
Yeah.
And honestly, the cabin is nice and tight, everything is accessible. You do feel like Diddy Kong in here, you know, nice and tight and compact.
So there's a little footrest down there that we're thinking would probably benefit from being removed, because sometimes you're catching on that when you're hitting the clutch.
That should probably be where the clutch is,
Yeah.
but it's a little bit more, you know, it's really close to the brake pedal. So bigger shoes, or if you're slightly big foot, it is quite hard to, you know, to get the gears right. But I think heel and toe would be perfect for this car. I've driven the NA and the MB, and I truly believe this is that perfect balance of modern and fun. I believe it's funner than the MB. We're yet to review one on the channel, but I've driven one in real life. This feels tighter, more responsive, giving you more confidence in the corners. Even just the brake feel, it's very refined. I think these are truly underrated.
Wow, it knows how to put down that power.
Oh my gosh, the torque. It's the torque, and it thrusts you back in the seat.
It's a 2-litre engine. It's a 2-litre engine put in this little package, and it's built for fun. I'm a massive fan of these. Reliable power. People have been known to turbocharge these engines, and if you do it safely, you can get decent power out of them. And wow, I can't imagine, like, this already feels super responsive. You downshift anything above that 3,000 RPM, that car is moving.
If you just want a pure sports car, I agree there with Neo. Yeah, it might not be the most practical, but if you just want a driver's car and it does everything really good, and on a country back road, curvy road, this Miata is always the answer. That's what Miata stands for. It's miles per miles in this car. Like, I mean, you'd have to run it on premium 95 fuel. It's a high compression engine, 170 horsepower.
Brake test.
But, oh,
That's
brakes are good. So front and rear discs.
That's really good, eh?
It's really good.
It's just so light.
It's just light. Yeah, everything is so responsive in this car.
And a couple things to look out for when you're buying them. These cars are extremely reliable, so you don't really have to worry about too much. But I'd be looking at if there's any holes, any leaks in the soft top, any oil leaks. The temperature gauge tends to need replacing quite often. Not the gauge itself, but
The thermostat.
the thermostat.
Yep.
And apart from that, yeah, just making sure you're putting it through all the gears. I've always in service.
Run it on 95 fuel, and you'll never have an issue with these. That's literally bulletproof. So Neo, what do you think of the market value overall in New Zealand
So
for an NC MX-5 as nice as this?
So
And-
July 2025.
Yeah.
NC MX-5 manual Mazda speed package, 136,000 Ks. I'm saying pretty confidently around 14 to 15. The market is still quite low for them, to be honest. This is a lot of car for not that much money.
Yep, I agree.
You can get the autos, the manual 5 speeds, even closer to 10 grand, even cheaper. So if you've got an eye out and you keep a hunt, you can get yourself a bargain, because this is a lot of car for not a lot of money. Yeah, honestly, a great car to get you started in the scene. I don't know around the rest of the world, but MX-5 community in New Zealand, there's a massive cult following. Everyone is very polite, nice, everyone's saying hello to each other, everyone's talking about their cars, everyone's talking about the specs.
It's a community.
Wow, isn't it fun, isn't it?
It's absolute blast. I love the NC MX-5. It's the first modern sports car
In the 2000s.
in the 2000s to feature the bigger engine,
Yeah.
and the more higher safety rating.
I think they did
it
well.
It feels modern, and it feels refined, and it feels like a current. Like, we're in 2025. This feels still modern,
Yeah.
but yet still has that lightweight, sporty feel.
From
and
Gen
that is
2?
impressive. From Gen 2.
Gen 2 to Gen 3, I think they did it really well.
Really well,
It
yeah.
definitely went in the right direction. I can't wait to review Gen 1, Gen 2 and Gen 4.
Yeah.
We're starting off on Gen 3.
And it's a great start, I tell you.
Fun fact, these are actually built from the RX platform. So they actually customized the chassis of the RX-8, shortened it for this build, which is
It's a Matrix fun fact. If you want to feel like Diddy Kong in a small little car and have a blast on the road, then MX-5. Miata is always the answer.
So what's your overall rating?
My overall rating, I'm going to give this a solid 8.
To be honest, Morpheus, I agree. Neo Morpheus, both rating this an 8, because it's a full package. It really is so much fun, and for not that much money.
Yeah. Size matters. Or maybe it doesn't in this case.
Yeah. This is Neo and Morpheus signing off from Master Reviews.
Japanese engineers know,
Yeah.
and it just still looks beautiful today, I think, overall.
The only thing,
Yeah.
like that, I'd give that a whole nother rating, like that another bump up if it was a hard top.
Hard top, yep.
Yeah, and I'd love to see that facelift, but that,
Yeah.
color, look,
Yeah.
drivability,
Yeah.
and price
It's even
tag.
got the little rear lip.
Yeah.
Well, everything.
Yeah,
The price, it's great.
I really like
Great
that.
value. Great value for money. Sports car.